Howdy, partners. Welcome to the Wild West, a land of legends, lore, and larger-than-life characters. Today, we're diving into the dusty trails and saloons of yesteryear to uncover the top 10 most infamous cowboys of all time. Now, we're not just talking about the gunslingers and outlaws you see in spaghetti westerns. No, these are the real deal. Men whose deeds or misdeeds have cemented their places in history. So saddle up, because we're about to take a ride through tales of treachery, tenacity, and the downright terrifying. Billy the Kid, the poster child for youthful rebellion in the Old West, was born Henry McCarty. His legend is one of adolescent angst with a deadly twist, as he allegedly killed 21 men, one for each year of his short life. His infamy began with cattle rustling and quickly escalated to murder. Despite his notoriety, Billy was known for his charm, fluency in English and Spanish, and polite demeanor. His dexterity in gunfighting was remarkable. He could shoot with both hands and even spin his gun on one finger, a party trick less appreciated by law enforcement. Billy's life ended at 21, shot by Sheriff Pat Garrett, yet rumors of his escape and survival persist, adding intrigue to his legend. It's a tragic tale of youth, violence, and poor choices. Jesse James, the Robin Hood of the West. If Robin Hood had a penchant for robbing trains and banks but skipped the giving to the poor part, James and his gang terrorized the American frontier, becoming the stuff of nightmares. Despite his folk hero status, Jesse was essentially a sociopath with a PR problem. An interesting fact is that Jesse James was a master of disguise, often using aliases and fake identities to evade capture. His reign of terror ended in betrayal when fellow gang member Robert Ford shot him in the back of the head. Dentist by day, gambler, and gunfighter by night, Doc Holliday was the ultimate multitasker. A friend to Wyatt Earp and a deadly adversary, Holliday's most infamous moment came during the gunfight at the OK Corral, a 30-second shootout that cemented his place in history. Despite his deadly reputation, he was also known for his wit and intelligence, often quoting classic literature. I guess he might have said something poetic like, "To get shot by me," or "Not to get shot by me would smell as sweet," or something classy like that, I imagine. If you think Billy the Kid was prolific, meet John Wesley Hardin, who claimed to have killed 42 men, one for each year of his life. Hardin's life was a whirlwind of escapes, gunfights, and prison breaks. He even shot a man for snoring too loudly. Sounds like a horrible way to wake up from a gentle slumber. Hardin once defended himself in court, successfully arguing self-defense for one of his murders. His legal acumen was as sharp as his shooting. His life ended in a saloon, shot in the back of the head. Seems like a theme with outlaws for some reason. Wild Bill Hickok was a jack of all trades, scout, lawman, gunfighter, and professional gambler. Known for his quick draw and quicker temper, his most infamous moment came when he was shot in the back of the head while playing poker. The hand he held, aces and eights, became known as the dead man's hand. Better than holding a pair of aces, I guess. Wild Bill once killed a man in a duel using a single pistol at a distance of 75 yards, a remarkable feat of marksmanship. Despite his legendary status, Hickok's fate proved that sometimes you just can't beat the house, or the man that really wants you dead with a pistol, especially in the Wild West. Butch Cassidy, leader of the Wild Bunch, was a charming rogue who preferred brains over brawn. Alongside the Sundance Kid, he orchestrated some of the era's most audacious robberies, including the Great Northern Train robbery, where they made off with a whopping $60,000, equivalent to over $1.7 million today. You can buy a lot of horses with that much loot. Cassidy once wrote a polite letter to the governor of Utah, offering to surrender in exchange for amnesty, which was refused. His end came in Bolivia in a dramatic shootout, where, cornered and wounded, he supposedly ended his life with a bullet rather than be captured. However, rumors persist that he survived and lived on in anonymity, perhaps dying an old man in the United States. Doubtful, but possible. Curly Bill Brocious, leader of the Cowboys gang in Arizona Territory, was notorious for rustling and stagecoach robbery. He was implicated in the ambush and shooting of Morgan Earp, escalating the conflict that led to the infamous gunfight at the OK Corral. Clay Allison, infamous for his violent temper and unpredictability, was a notorious gunfighter and outlaw. His numerous duels showcased his deadly skills, but his most gruesome act was the alleged beheading of a man whose head he displayed on a pole as a macabre warning. Despite his fearsome reputation, Allison died in a bizarre accident, falling from his wagon and breaking his neck. Kid Curry, born Harvey Logan, was a notorious member of Butch Cassidy's Wild Bunch. Known for his hot temper and cold-blooded killings, Curry was responsible for the deaths of at least 9 lawmen. His life was a whirlwind of daring robberies, dramatic escapes, and intense shootouts. Black Bart, the gentleman bandit, was known for his polite demeanor and poetic flair. Born Charles E. Bowles, he left taunting poems at his robbery scenes. An interesting fact: during one robbery, he courteously requested a victim to please throw down the box. Unlike his violent counterparts, Bart never killed anyone, adding to his infamous charm. His career ended when he was captured and served time in San Quentin. Upon release, he vanished without a trace, sparking rumors and legends. Some say he returned to his old ways under a new identity. His mysterious disappearance adds an intriguing final chapter to the story of the most gentlemanly outlaw in the Wild West. If this narrative resonated with you, do support us. Hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe. Thank you for staying with us to the end. See you in the next video on Plaid Chronicles.